If I was completely broke, here's exactly what I would do. My name is Sam Coleman, team leader of the Sam Coleman Luxury Group, top 10 luxury real estate agent here in Las Vegas and 78 overall of 18,000 agents here in the Valley. If you want to know more about what I do, how I built such a successful business, and most importantly, help other people build theirs, go to TheSamColeman.com and follow me on all social media at TheSamColeman. All right, so here's the truth. If I was to be broke and I had nothing, I had no resources, and I was just starting from scratch, the first thing that I would do would be is join a team. I would find the most successful team in that area. I had this joke all the time. If I just, for some reason, got teleported to another city and I didn't know anybody and I had to start from scratch, that's the first thing that I would do. The reason being is if I join a team, I now can attach my brand and my name to somebody who's already have their feet in the pavement and that's already successful. So now I can expedite my name being projected throughout the team, throughout the neighborhood, throughout the community, because somebody else is already there. When I meet a client, there may be a sacrifice of me putting my deals in another person's name. There may be a sacrifice of me paying a higher split, but they cannot unmeet me. When I go into a new community and they've never met me before, there's nothing that they can change about that face-to-face interaction one time, and we connect and we build that rapport, we build that relationship. I may be on somebody else's team, but they cannot take away the network and the people that I'm meeting on that team in that atmosphere. So being on a team, the other person already has the resources, they have the system, they have the processes, they have the branding, they have the marketing, they have all these things. And if I didn't have any money, the easiest way to get in production is to go be with somebody who already has all those things. I have them now, but when I first started, I didn't have them. I did a lot with very little. For example, doing open houses. When I started, I didn't have any signs, I didn't have any business cards, I didn't even have any lock boxes. I used to borrow signs from my office from people that were successful in the business. When I went and got all those signs, I would put them out. I would put out 35 open houses signs, and I would wait for people to come in. And as they came in, I just knew if I talked to enough people, at some point I would get a deal. And I had no money, nothing at all, and I would go back and do it all over again. The only difference now is I would do this second thing. I would go door knock. The reason why is because I understand the power of leverage. If I can go get a listing, I can then turn not just a listing sale, but a buy sale as well, because now that listing is a magnet for buyers. If I have a listing, I can multiply the deal. The reason being, if I have a listing and I'm standing in one place and this is my listing there, I'm trying to sell this house, I can now go market to other people, letting them know that this house is available. In doing so, I just might find a buyer. I have that type of faith that if I get a listing and I don't have any money, if I just go talk to enough people and let them know that I have this listing, I just might get rewarded and get a buyer for that listing in return. It doesn't always happen that way, but that's what I would do. If you are going to start this business and you have very limited resources, go back to the beginning of this video and just listen to the very important topics that I'm talking about, like joining a team, going to door knock. You have to understand that if you don't have any resources, it costs a lot of money to be a business owner. It costs a lot of money and time to build and scale a team. All these things, they take resources. But if you don't have it, go align yourself with somebody else. Go align yourself with a brand that's already existing. And that trade-off of you giving a little bit more in commission, their ability to coach you and counsel you and tell you which way to go is more than worth it. Now I want to talk about scripts. I would go practice my scripts. The reason being, if you don't know how to communicate effectively with a potential prospect, the door knocking, the being on a team, they can only get you but so far. If I could go back and do it again, I would have practiced more on this, like spent more time understanding how to communicate. When I first started prospecting and really going out door knocking and doing open houses and sending mailers and doing all that type of stuff, I did not understand how important it was to ask specific questions and then how to frame those questions. It's not that I needed something slick to say, it was actually just being prepared to communicate. For example, if I ask a buyer, what would you say your main motivation for buying a home is? And they said, well, I just need more space. Opposed to, hey, you looking to buy a home? Yeah, I'm looking to buy a house. And then we just go start looking at houses. They say, I need 3 beds, 3 baths, whatever the case may be. And they're looking at 2,500 square feet. In this market today, buyers may get what's called buyer's fatigue, and they don't remember why they're doing it, and you don't know why they're doing it anyway. And then they go home, they complain about the space they're in, and they're tired of going to look at houses, and they're kind of like, you know what, I'm just going to call it quits. Maybe it's just not time for us to buy. You may lose out on a deal just because you didn't even understand or help them remember why they're out doing it anyway. So now, not only are they tired from going to look at homes and not getting them. They go back home and they complain and they don't even remember why they were out looking at a home anyway, and they just call it quits. And now you're out of your time and the deal. So if you're looking to specifically qualify people and practice and know what to say, you have to understand that your script is important. Not just understanding how to say it or why to say it, but to have a plan behind what you say. Another example would be you're door knocking. Let's say you're trying to get a listing. You don't know what to say. You just say, hey, want to sell your home? Opposed to knock, knock, knock. Hey, Mr. Seller, my name is Sam Coleman, and the reason for my visit is 123 Main Street just sold for X amount of dollars. Did you know that? No, I didn't know that, Sam. Yes, it actually sold for X amount of dollars, and it was on the market for X amount of days. And I'm curious, for the right price, would you consider selling? And they may say, well, I don't know. What's the right price? Well, that home sold for X amount of dollars. When would be the best time for me to come by and take a look at your home? Do afternoons or evenings typically work better for you? Or you can come in right now. Well, right now, I'm already committed to doing X amount of homes per day and going to get the opportunity for prospective buyers that want to be in this community. Could I come back at a later time? Would 4 o'clock today be better for you, or would tomorrow work? The reason that you do that and the reason that you frame the questions that way, one, you let them know that you have commitments. You can go get more information about that particular home so that you're prepared to have an official appointment. Go get your resources that you need. Go get the paperwork to get it signed. Make sure all decision makers are there. There's so many benefits of just postponing just a little bit, even if it's an hour or two, so you can go be prepared. But you only know to do that when you practice and you spend hours and hours and hours beating on your craft. You have to practice over and over and over and over again and be impeccable with your words. So if I was broke and I had to start over, that's exactly what I would do. And all of it costs you absolutely zero. Joining the team, zero. Practicing your scripts, zero. Door knocking, zero. You don't even need business cards or any material. You just need to understand what to say, commit the time to go do it, and I guarantee you, if you just stay consistent, you will get exactly what you want to get. And lastly, I will call every single person that I know. If you have a phone and a contact list, I don't care if it's 100 people or 500 people or 5,000 people, I will call every single person that I know and I will ask them if they were to buy or sell a home, or had a friend or a family member that was to buy or sell a home, is there an agent that you would use to refer a business to? I will call every single person and ask them that question, because I can almost guarantee you there's somebody in that contact list that's looking to transact. They're looking to do some business. And as a new agent or an agent with no money, all you have is time. That's your currency. So I would leverage my time. I would use all my time to go get in production. The more successful you get, the more limited your time is. And then you have to delegate. You have to start delegating to have somebody to help you do all the things to help you be successful. But while you don't have any business, the number one thing you need to do is go get people. And the best way to go get people is, like I said, go door knock, join a team. They have leads, they have people, they have systems and processes. Go do open houses. All these things matter so much, but if you can pick up the phone and call all the people that already know you, that already love you, that already will take your phone call, and it's not a cold call, it's more of a cold request. I started with my family. I would start with my friends and I would just call them, hey, I got a quick business question for you. Sure, Sam, what's up? If you were to buy or sell a home, or had a friend or a family member that was to buy or sell a home, is there an agent that you would use to refer a business to? Sam, it would be you. You know, I would help you if I could.
Booyah, touchdown, I make miracles happen.
Awesome. Let me just make sure I got the right email address for you, because I want to make sure I stay in contact with you. I know we're friends, but I just want to make sure that I stay in contact with you and I'm ready and available when it comes time for you to do a transaction. So I always start with business first and then get to personal second. So I will call every single person I know and I would ask them the business questions, and then I would be concerned about their personal lives later. If you're looking to build a successful business and you have nothing to start with, this is how you do it. This is a way, not the way. If you want more information about what we do, what I teach, and how I've built such a successful business and how I help other people build their business, go to TheSamColeman.com. Comment below if any of this resonated with you, if any of this helps you, and tag somebody. Comment somebody else's name that may need help. They may not have any money. They may be embarking on this journey of selling real estate and they don't know where to start. I would love to help them. And as always, add me on all social media at TheSamColeman.